Yep.
Good evening and welcome to the Sports Doctor's Inn. My name is Earl Rush and I am the Sports Doctor. And I'm here along with my broadcasting partner, Larry Abrams. Larry, how are you today?
I'm fine, Sports Doctor. How about you?
I'm doing good, Larry. I'm doing good. Been just trying to stay out of trouble, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get straight to the point. We're going to start off with the NCAA football. And so Larry and I were just sitting here discussing who was the stronger league, the SEC or the Big Ten. And it comes down to the Big Ten has 3 teams in the top 10, and SEC has 5. But Indiana and Ohio State are 1 and 2. So we just sit here trying to see who has the stronger conference. I'm thinking it's SEC. I think Larry might think it might be. I don't know, Larry.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go by the top 10 rankings, the SEC clearly, if the rankings are accurate, have more quality teams. So if you're going to say which conference is stronger, based on that,
there you go.
More quality teams.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
Now, if we went to the top 25, if the numbers are still the same, it could change. We kind of cut it off at 10 for some reason, but I don't know what the top 25 would look like. But if we
top 25 is too many, and they teams that might not even belong in there. So we'll see. Well, I'm just going by the top 10 today. I think 25 is too many. Like 18 and 19. Teams like Virginia are ranked in the top 20. Come on. But they didn't win it. But I feel sorry for NCAA football if Virginia's in the top 20.
They took a bite last week. Yeah. Somebody beat them over. Wake Forest beat them.
Okay, so does Indiana have any other tough teams to play? Do they play Michigan or Ohio State? I don't think they play either one.
No, they don't play them.
Oh.
Let me see what they have coming up. It looks like they have Wisconsin and Purdue.
Oh, so Indiana's definitely going to the playoff. No, they don't be going. They'll be undefeated. Okay. So then in Ohio will be undefeated. Ohio State.
Ohio State's got to play Michigan. That hasn't worked well for them lately. Irrespective of what the records have been. But I got to think whether they lose to Michigan or not, they'll still go.
Yeah.
It's just a question about who will be the top seeds.
Yeah. And even if they lose, they probably still would be a top seed. Possibly.
So are you sold on Indiana yet? I remember you seem to have some reservations about them.
I'm sold. Answer your question. Yeah, Indiana has a good team. They have a good team.
Yeah, Penn State, I think, actually played one of their best games that they played this year and almost upset them. But, they came back and with a lot of heart and won right down the stretch.
A good team don't lose to no team like Penn State. They did play very well, and the game was up in the air the whole game.
Yeah.
So, but they're Penn State.
Sure.
It wasn't a big game because the season was already over. But at least they might want to try to show the country we still can fight and win something.
Yeah, and they played well because, a lot of times, as we'll probably find out when we talk about the pros, teams that normally don't seem like they could beat other teams sometimes do that. More like in the pro college, but
They played well, but like I always say, we're not playing horseshoes. So playing a good game and close, that don't count. They lost, and they're losers this year. They're just losers.
Sports Doctor has a zero-sum attitude. You either win or you lose.
You try to keep things as simple as possible. Try not to complicate stuff. Who can't? Phyllis!
Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? And Phyllis happens to be a veteran, so Phyllis, thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your service, Phyllis. Yeah. Okay. Oh, she likes where's she from? Arizona or Arkansas?
She lives in South Carolina.
Yeah, but did she have some kind of ties to one of them?
Oh, yeah, she's got relatives in Oklahoma and places like her daughter lives in Oklahoma.
Okay. I knew somewhere out there in the sticks somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was Arizona, but that's not important. We got a lot of things to cover, so we don't need to be dwelling on what country somebody knows about here. Okay. So, all right. We're in big NCAA. Okay. So
it's a team like Alabama that has won, I think, 7 or 8 games in a row, 8 games in a row after they lost their opener. I wonder how Indiana or Ohio State would fare against them.
Well, I guess that's what the playoffs is for.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I don't know. Indiana's got a pretty good team. And Ohio State has a good team. But, Alabama has a good team as well. So that's a good question. And Georgia and Alabama, nobody wants to play either one of those teams.
I think you're right.
Those two teams don't want to play each other either. So
somehow Texas Tech has got to fit in there too. I think they're ranked number 3.
No, Texas Tech is not ranked number 3.
They're not ranked number 3?
No.
What are they?
They're ranked number 8.
Not Texas Tech. Texas A&M. Sorry.
Okay.
They're ranked number 3.
I am. I'm sticking for detail.
Yeah.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
They're all the same to me.
Okay.
Texas A&M. Wow. I guess they and Texas Tech are probably likely in the same conference.
Why do you say that?
Are they both in the Big 12 or something like that?
No. I thought Texas A&M was in the Southeast.
It looks like it because they've played. Yeah, they're in the Southeastern Conference.
Yeah.
Because they played all those Mississippi, Florida, Auburn, Arkansas.
I know I played on the sports doctor, but truthfully, college is my weakest sport. But I knew Texas A&M was out of the conference. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, they got a couple of teams in the past. They got Michigan, they got USC. I mean, they're not going to win, but, a lot of teams are playing pretty well. And we can't say because we don't know who's going to win. So, all right. Well, I'd like to see. I guess this would make this playoff interesting now. Yeah.
I guess.
I'm not big on old Mississippi either. That's why I said you start ranking past top 10. And Georgia Tech's been playing well too.
So, what is Oklahoma's in the Southeastern Conference, right?
Yeah.
So they're number 11.
Yeah.
Right outside the top 10.
Yep. So Vanderbilt,
And
13.
Vanderbilt's number 13, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So all we can do is wait for the playoffs to start now. I like to see those. Not going to be too much drama. Michigan and Ohio State, that'll be a good game. But
Well, they're going to play for the Big Ten championship, and I wonder if one of them will. Right now, they will both get a bye because they're the two top ranked teams. I wonder if one of them would drop down, the number 4 or less than after that game.
if Ohio State loses, I doubt it. But it's a possibility. If either one of them, Alabama, Georgia, or Texas A&M can move up.
Right, and then again, a couple of them might have to play each other too in their playoffs, so they could lose too. Each conference has a championship game.
So it's shaping up here. So that's all we got to cover for the NCAA. We're just waiting for the playoffs to be, the slots to be allotted. That's all we can see right now. Well, let's move on over to the Not Fun League, the NFL. Gosh. All right. So last week, we've been discussing this for the last couple of weeks about it seems to not be a dominant team in the National Football League. And
We've been discussing this for the whole season.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right, Larry, were there any exciting games at all that you happen to see? I know you're a big fan of the red zone, so you do see a lot of scores.
Yeah. The Colts and Falcons was a good game. That was a real good game. Went right down to the wire, and Colts pulled that out at the end. Okay. And it really looked like Atlanta had them. Atlanta has a pretty good pass defense, but they could not stop Jonathan Taylor. Oh, my goodness. He ran for over 200 yards. Great runner. All right. It was like 31-25. Great shootout. And the game last night, I like defensive games. And Philadelphia and Green Bay, both defenses showed up strong.
So you thought that was a good game last night? Okay.
Very competitive. I don't. You know what? I think the rules have been made so that scoring is too easy a lot of times. Uh-huh. Both teams really had to struggle, and really, the big play that Barkley made was the difference. Both defenses showed up really well yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Any games catch your eye?
I thought Indiana and Atlanta was a good game. I thought it was a good game last night because I was watching to see what was happening. I was sitting on the edge of my seat the whole game, so it had to be good. I got plenty of things to do.
Well, think of it. The game Thursday night was 10-7 for the Broncos and the Raiders, and this game was 10-7. But this game seemed a lot better played than that game the other night. The other night, both teams just looked Thursday night, neither the Raiders nor the Broncos looked inept, But I have to take my hats off Thursday night to Charles Snowden III. He had a great game. His father said it was the best game he's had as a pro. He had like 6 tackles, 5 of them were unassisted, a defended pass, 2 quarterback hits, rushing a quarterback, and a sack. I had to give it to him.
Okay, and for those who are not familiar, we're talking about Charles Snowden, the son of Charles Snowden, who's on Real Fellas Talk Sports.
And happened to grow up in our neighborhood.
Yeah, he happened to grow up in our neighborhood. Okay. So let's talk about this stuff right here. No dominant teams. We were watching something that had a top 5 teams, and the list didn't even have the Philadelphia Eagles in the top 5.
Stephen A.
And Larry's telling me everybody's record's basically the same. How else are you going to tell who's so much better than one? But I still have to believe that the Philadelphia Eagles would be the majority of people who answered that question: who's in your top five? Well,
I would think so too. Because it's only about 5 teams, I think, that have lost 2 games or less, and Philadelphia is one of those teams. So I just based on that, and they play pretty well. So it's hard for me to keep them out of there.
Yeah, but so the teams that were named on the list: Seattle and who else?
Actually, it's 6 teams, I guess. I'm looking at Seattle and the Rams are 7-2.
Seattle's not better than Kansas City.
And the Eagles are 7-2. And then in the AFC, you got a couple of teams that are 8-2, like the Patriots,
Denver's
the
not
Colts,
better than
and the Broncos. They are 8-2.
Isn't it? It's all coming out. All the teams that I told you guys were not going to make any noise. And if we haven't gotten the list, I'll go over them right quick.
Well, tell me who's going to make some noise? That's the real question here.
I don't know how the divisions are lined up. I would say the 2 teams that I would tell you right now is going to the Super Bowl from the National Football Company from NFC. I would tell you it's between Detroit and the Rams. It's not any closer than anybody right now in the NFC.
So Philadelphia is not in the picture?
Yes, Philadelphia is. I thought that was understood. I didn't speak clearly. Besides,
you were real clear. You named 2 teams.
I know. I know. Philly. Let me change my statement. Philly's the number 1 team in the NFC.
Okay.
So who's gonna make noise is be Philly and the other 2 teams. I said the Rams or Detroit. One of those 3 teams are going to the. And I know that's a lot of pick shit, but
yeah, you're not really going out on a limb on that one, man.
Okay.
Normally, when I talk to you, you'll say Philly by 10. You're real definitive, man.
We'll see. I told you Philly by 10 the other night against who?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm expecting here. That's what I'm expecting.
I gotta play it close to this because I don't know what injuries are gonna come up. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay.
You'll get some grace for injuries, but let's think about people being healthy. Who, you're like doing a parlay or something, right?
No, I'm not doing no parlay. So you can go to depending on what you've done, you can say you made some noise if you went to the championship. You don't have to necessarily go to.
Okay, so let's narrow it down there. Who's going to be in the NFC Championship game instead of 3 teams?
I don't know how the divisions are set up.
Just pick 2 teams.
I have to say Philly, and I would have to say the Rams.
Okay, so Detroit is an odd man out. Okay, what about in the AFC?
They ain't got nobody in the AFC.
Right now, the Colts are 8-2. The Patriots are 8-2.
Well, I can tell you. Well, I can tell you who's not going to the championship.
Okay.
The Colts are not.
Okay, but tell me who is going.
Kansas City.
As of right now, Kansas City's not even in the playoffs. Did you think they'll go? They're one of the 2 teams.
Are you asking me? I'm giving you an answer. Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. All right. And reminding you something.
I'm giving you. Kansas City.
Okay.
Is going, and New England is going.
I'm looking at Kansas City. Yeah, they're on 3rd place in that conference. 2 games behind the Chargers. Unbelievable.
2 games?
Yeah, 2 games behind the Chargers and 3 games behind the Broncos.
All right, 9 games left. Yeah.
Well,
you asked me. My answer to you is Kansas City and New England.
Okay.
Huh?
Kansas City and New England. Okay. You convinced that New England is good? A lot of people feel that way.
I am, because people that haven't really been watching. They have a good defense. Yes, I to answer your question. Yes, I am convinced that New England is good.
They started off this year 1-2, and now they've won 7 in a row.
I don't know what you want me to say or do.
That's called righting the ship, isn't it?
So,
Long as
what are your thoughts on Green Bay, Larry Ables?
Green Bay's in trouble because they're in third place in their division now. Um, I think that tie with Dallas is going to come back to haunt them. I really because I don't know, they're a game behind, half a game behind the Bears. I'm not sold on the Bears, so they might be able to get one of those wild card spots. I never I thought they were a decent team. I was surprised when people were talking as if they're going to win the Super Bowl or be in the Super Bowl. They haven't shown me that yet. Um, but I think they could probably maybe make the playoffs and maybe even win a game. I can't see them getting to the Super Bowl.
There's a possibility that all four teams from the NFC Central Division will go to the playoffs.
Well, I don't know. That's going to be kind of tough.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? You're right because the NFC East they're only going to send one team.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're only going to send one team, and the South may only send one team.
The NFC,
Okay, yeah, it is a possibility.
that's what I'm telling you. I know y'all always think I be talking out the side of the neck, but you know.
I think the NFC West might have a better chance though of having 3 teams in, so that's going to hurt one of those teams in that NFC North. Because the Seahawks and Rams and 49ers all have winning records, so they're right there. The Vikings are under 500. They're 2 games behind the 49ers, so I don't know. That'll be tough.
The Rams and the Seahawks are going. 49ers and the Cardinals ain't going.
Well, the Cardinals are 2 games ahead of the Vikings.
The 49ers.
I think the 49ers will go before the Vikings. That's my statement. The Vikings won't pass them. Even though they've been decimated by injuries, they seem to show up and play better.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
So what about these roller coaster teams, man? You know, you have Buffalo 1 week, they knock off Kansas City, then they go and get crushed by Miami. And it's the same thing with the Steelers. They show up and beat the Chargers, and then they look horrible last week.
Well,
both of them pretenders.
Buffalo. Their running back is serviceable. Their running back is not like they be hyping this guy, but he's got some good stats. He got good stats. Whether I like him or not.
He's not bad.
He got good stats. And
the quarterback is good.
The quarterback is exceptional. But that's it. And I don't know why it's been taking this long for people to see that Buffalo don't have nothing. I don't understand.
Just last week.
They have nothing.
Look what they did to Kansas City last week. That was impressive.
Kansas City just needs some more work. Buffalo, they don't have nothing, man. They don't have no. They don't have a wide receiver that can spell threat. If you gave him THREA. I have nothing. Can you name that quarterback? I can't. Now you can name most people's receivers except for Jacksonville. I can't even name this guy. I can't even name a receiver on Buffalo team. Not that you gotta have a well-known name to be able to have a couple of players, because there are always new players coming in who just need a chance to show what they can do. But they don't have nobody. This guy can't keep playing miracles every time he plays. This squad is weak, man. When you lose to Miami, you have problems with your organization. I know everybody can lose a game. I know you can't win all of them. I know they all professionals. When you lose to Miami, you got problems. You can't go nowhere. You're not doing nothing. You're a pretender. So,
even if they beat Kansas City the week before.
Buffalo Bills are pretenders. They're frauds. Call the fraud. Call the fraud alert squad. They're frauds. Them along with Green Bay, which I've been telling people all along, and Justin Love, they're frauds. No? And I already told y'all been telling y'all for the last 3 years about Geno Smith when the announcers on television say Geno, like don't even call his name. He's a bum.
What about Pittsburgh?
The guy from Texas who got hurt and he got hurt in his offensive line and say Stroud.
And they ended up winning last week anyway.
Crowing about him. I told you, let's wait and see.
Hey, is Pittsburgh going to be over 500 this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They didn't look good at all last week against the Chargers. They looked horrible.
Everybody had a bad game, man.
They looked good against the Colts the week before, yeah. But
yeah, everybody had a bad game, man. Colts are not really for real. For real, they're not.
Man, they're 8-2. You gotta give them some credit.
I don't have to give them no credit. I just have to. All I have to do is sit and wait for the end of the season because I'm the last person people want to see when I have the permission and I have the right to say, "I told you so." Get out of here with that Jordan look. Get out of here. I don't know why I dislike him so much.
I was wondering if
I don't like people that been hyped up. That's what it is. You been hyped up? What is this guy $55 million? I know everybody got to spend the money. They got to spend it somewhere. What do I care about how much money he gets? It's not coming out of my pocket.
There you go.
And all that, you're right, and everything's correct. I'm just saying.
It really. See,
what has he done? What has he done to make someone even think that we should give him $55 million?
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu, what's up, Kung Fu? Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Kung Fu, before you go, I need your top 5 in the National Football League. Write a list of that for me if you can, brother. So what we
see if he comes up with a team like you. I think that was about it. New England and Tampa played this week, which was a matchup of top teams, and New England handled them pretty easily. Tampa does have quite a few injuries.
They have to have a lot of. They have to have a lot of injuries for them to lose like the way they lost, and they got spanked.
Any given Sunday, man. I don't think Miami would repeat that against Buffalo. At least Tampa lost to a good team. You watching any NBA yet?
Yeah. I've been watching the NBA. I'm all down with the NBA. I know what's going on. You got nothing else to talk about in the NFL? We should wait for Kung Fu's list.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. See if he has any teams that you think will be done.
I'll tell you who he will have on there.
He's got his list.
I'll tell you who he will have on there. See? You see that, though. You see the first team he put on it, don't you?
He's got one team that you don't think a lot of, the Bills.
That's all right, but you see who he put on the first team. He had Eagles. He got the Lions. He got KC. He got the Rams. And he got the Bills. I don't know why you got the Bills, Kung Fu, but it's your list, so I have to respect it. Bills ain't no good, Kung Fu.
They beat KC. They beat KC.
They had no wide receivers, Kung Fu. The Bills don't.
They beat Kansas City, and they have a better record than Kansas City.
You can't win every game, man. Everybody have a bad game.
Yeah, Kansas City's like 5-4. They're going on past reputation.
And what are the odds of them? If you check the odds, I bet you they up there in the odds as far as going to the Super Bowl.
Odds are influenced by the way people bet. And I bet you a lot of people are betting that Kansas City bounces back.
You think Kansas City's not a good team? Is that what you're telling me, man?
They haven't played that well this year.
Kung Fu, your list is cool, man. Just take the Bills off there. And
he's repeating you, see. Every team has an off game. That's true. Maybe every team has 2 off games.
They may do, Kung Fu, but you need to get the Bills off that list, man. They can't beat New England. They cannot beat New England.
That ought to be a good matchup.
Not really. I'm telling you, man. Everybody wants Buffalo's not that good, man. They're not that good.
No, none of these teams are that good. That's the thing.
The Rams got a good team. The Lions got a good team.
Your quarterback has thrown 4 touchdown passes the last 3 games.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Incredible.
I think somebody else came up with this.
Oh, Phyllis has a top 5.
All right, Philly. See, Detroit, Philly.
Okay, Houston.
Okay,
Houston.
wait a minute, fellas. Hold on now. we gotta keep this straight here. Baltimore not going nowhere, and Houston's not going nowhere.
Baltimore is interesting because they're starting to win now, and they're only a game behind Pittsburgh. I suspect they might make it to the playoffs, and they'll be a tough out.
Let me say this.
What's that?
As long as Baltimore, the Ravens have the coach that they have now, they're never going to win anything. They're never going to win anything anymore. They won one with them.
They've already won.
They won one with them with a great defense. That defense ain't out there no more. This guy, he's overrated, first of all. He's on one of my top overrated coaches list. Come on, man. The way they've been playing, it's half these games they lose because of him, man. And I know the tight ends dropped the ball in 2-point conversion, and I know a lot of wide receivers dropping balls and this and that and other. Baltimore coach.
I'm not a big fan of them either, but they have a decent team. And if Lamar Jackson's healthy, and they give the ball. One thing I don't like about them, they don't give the ball to Derrick Henry enough.
Yeah.
They get down by the goal line and let the tight end take the ball.
They need a change of management, man. Their offense, I don't understand. But anyway, okay. Houston, Phyllis, if you're still there, Phyllis, can you make a comment or something on why you would take Houston? I know it's obvious because that's who you think should be on your list, but can you give me something? Tell me something that I might can buy on Houston? I don't see it.
I don't think anybody but her sees it, really. That's kind of. I can see going to Baltimore, who's had a rough start, who seems to have righted their ship. Houston, yeah, they.
Baltimore, they're not even 500 yet, are they?
No, yeah, they're above 500.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. No. They're one game under, and Pittsburgh is
That's what I'm
one
saying.
game over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They ain't even 500 yet.
Well, they've won their last three games. They've gotten healthy, and they have to play Pittsburgh twice. They'll catch Pittsburgh.
Okay.
They'll win that division, and then I don't think they have a whole lot, but I think they'll be tough for anybody to play one game.
Okay. So before we move on, I can't let this week go by. What's up with the Commanders?
They you can stick a fork in them.
They need
Matter
to
of
be,
fact, I did that a couple of weeks ago.
they need to be beaten up. They're horrible. They're horrible.
Their offense is certainly beat up. Their injuries can't get by that, but their defense is non-existent. They're relatively healthy on defense. They just can't stop anybody.
As usual, par for the course. They're an embarrassment to the District of Columbia. Plain and simple. We move pretty fast, but we don't even have time to waste any time on doing any analysis on them. They're pitiful.
They are. Their defensive weaknesses were hidden because their offense was usually so prolific, particularly last year. This year, with none of theirs, they've had so many injuries. Of their top two wide receivers, one of them has played one game. Quarterback has missed about 4 games. The top running back, Eckler, got hurt the first game, and he's out for the season. Probably his career is probably over.
Yeah.
So things really fell apart for them, and they were counting on their offense to carry them.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I think for the NFL, real lackluster performances this year. Someone's having a salsa party. I think I'll be there on Super Bowl Sunday instead of Super Bowl. I ain't say, I might catch a halftime stuff. My boy Bad Bunny's on there. But other than that, I'm not even excited for the rest of the season. Let's move on over to the NBA, all right? Is there any team that look like it has a possibility of stopping Oklahoma from going back to back?
Well, even in the West, I'm looking at San Antonio. They're only one game behind them, and their starting point guard, De'Aaron Fox, hasn't even really played. They get him back, and he's a player. They get him back, they're going to be a challenge. Wemby has played pretty well. He's had a couple of off games, and you got Castle that was rookie of the year last year is playing pretty well for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Oklahoma City a run. That being said, Oklahoma City seems to have added a couple of players, and along with the guys they already had. So they'll be the ones that somebody will have to give a run because they're going to be there. Denver looks good. I think Oklahoma City might have a little too much for them, but Denver looks good. And the Lakers have looked good so far. LeBron James hasn't even played a game. I think Austin has missed a couple of games after having some great games. So maybe if they get healthy, that ought to be pretty interesting. The East has been decimated by injuries, particularly with Indiana and Boston losing their top players, or, at least some of their top players. Detroit is off to a good start, and they were a team that was kind of coming on last year. Cade Cunningham is the truth, and they don't have a bunch of household names, but decent coach, and he's got them playing well. What do you think about it?
Well, I agree with everything you said so far. I think that I don't see San Antonio. I think they need a year or two more before I think they'll be ready for Oklahoma. The second best player hasn't even played this year. They've only lost one game, and they shouldn't have lost that game. They're just like they're not missing a beat from last year. I just don't see it from San Antonio. I mean, they will be deadlier with De'Aaron Fox back, and he is one of the few left-handed people that I consider to be consistent, even though they are left-handed. I Oklahoma City looks too good. But you know who's been winning? And I don't even know why. I don't know why. Phoenix has been winning. I don't understand. They haven't added nobody on.
No, they've lost Kevin Durant.
I don't know. Okay. Do you so what are your thoughts on Philly so far?
Off to a decent start. I like the rookie they have, VJ Edgecombe. Maxi's playing well. And I think they're starting to lift the minutes restrictions on Embiid. And if he gets back in the full swing, they ought to give the East a run.
Yeah, but you can't consider it being you can't include him on any plans for a team to do well. I mean, he's always hurt. There's some people who just always hurt. He's always hurt. The boy from New Orleans, Zion, he's always hurt. Anthony Davis, he's always hurt. They're just always hurt. I can't make this stuff up. They always are hurt. Always.
Well, at least Embiid is kind of played in the playoffs. Some other ones haven't. But now they won't have to totally rely on him, which gives Philly a shot. Because in the past they had to totally rely on him when he wasn't 100%.
They ain't relying on him. They don't. I mean, you can always use someone like him. He's one of the best top 3 players in the league. When healthy, you can always use someone like him. They don't really need him.
If he's not contributing, they're not going far.
I don't know.
They're not. If he doesn't contribute, they're not going to go far. It'll be exciting and all of that, but he is really what they need. He needs to be there down the stretch.
Okay.
And now he doesn't have to carry all the weight, which should be, for a more balanced team.
Right. We'll see. All right. So, what do you think about the Knicks' chances this year?
Knicks are currently in second place. I don't see them. I think they have a decent team. I can't see them going much further than they did last year. They might make it to the Eastern Conference semifinals or something like that. Maybe even the Eastern Conference finals.
Who do you think is coming out the East? Who do you think is coming out the East?
Wouldn't be surprised if Milwaukee comes out of there. I'm a big Giannis fan. And I think Detroit's going to surprise some people. The only problem with them, they're kind of young, and sometimes in the playoffs, that kind of the lack of experience gets you. And I'm not going to give up on Cleveland. Cleveland, I think, has a decent team. And if they need to be healthy. Donovan Mitchell is definitely a monster. And if the other guard he hasn't played that much. I guess he has played a couple of games, Garland. But they have a decent squad. But with Boston and Indiana hurt, it kind of opens it up, for some other teams to step through. Who do you like in the East? You a Knicks fan? Yeah.
I don't like anybody.
Somebody's got to come out of there.
I say Philly's coming out of it.
Okay. No, I think they definitely have a good chance to come out of there. This is probably New York's best chance with Boston and Indiana not playing well.
Right.
Not playing up to their point.
Oh, is he left for Philly? Milwaukee's not going to. Giannis won't be playing with them. They're going to trade him. They're trading him. He don't want to stay there.
I look for them to make a run.
They don't have nobody, Larry. They don't have nobody.
They got him. And if they're doing all right, they'll make a trade around and bring somebody in to help them out.
Nobody wants to go to Milwaukee, man. I know it's just a job. You can always go back home during the summer. Who wants to be there? They don't have any promising talent besides Giannis. They need about 3-4 players to put around him, man. The boy used to play for the Wizards and Bullets or Lakers.
So, yeah, they got the guy from Indiana that's not bad.
No, I'm talking about winning, doing some damage. They ain't winning up with Miles Turner. That's Indiana.
I thought that was a good addition by them, and they get one more player. Boom. Yeah, their problem has been that they've had injuries the last few years after they won the title. To me, they're one player away.
Okay.
From getting to the finals. I'm not thinking
Milwaukee?
Yeah. One player away.
Larry.
One player away. When they won it, they really just had Middleton and Giannis.
Middleton played for the Wizards now. Don't that tell you enough? He
got hurt. Then they got Dame, and he got hurt. So he hasn't had that complimentary player. That's what I'm saying. They're one player away. I think Giannis is that good.
That's just it. They need more than one player. Like, they need 3 or 4 players, man.
I think they got plenty of rotational players, but they need another guy that can put the ball in the basket. It's like Dame should have been able to do if he kept getting hurt.
He played strange last year, so I don't know what happened to him.
Dame?
Yeah.
He got hurt again.
Well, then that's what happened to him.
He got hurt the last 2 years, yeah.
Damn.
Middleton was hurt before that.
Before he got hurt, he was doing okay, but Middleton.
Well, let me ask you a question. Who was the last American player to win the MVP in the NBA? We have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis, the Joker. None of them U.S. born.
I don't know who was it.
James Harden. Strange as it seems.
Yeah. He was left-handed, man.
Got disappeared in the playoffs.
You know, what can you do? He scored 35 in the playoff game last year, and next year he scored 10. Left-handed. Inconsistent. What can you do? It is what it is.
I know you don't like lefties. I understand.
No, I do like lefties, and I'm not going to turn my back on the fact that the majority of them are inconsistent. That's all. How many stars can you name? How many left-handed stars can you name in the league? You can't name over 10 left-handed stars. I know that everybody's not left-handed. I know that.
Yeah, 10 is a lot.
If you can name that many stars.
So, yeah, I can think of Fox. I don't even know who's left-handed. I got to think about it.
There you go. That's strange.
You zero in on them more than I do.
I zero in on teams or players that are inconsistent anyway. I don't care what left-handed they are. There's plenty of right-handed inconsistent people as well.
So I guess is Mike Conley still playing for the Timberwolves? I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's left-handed.
He's not no star. I said star.
Yeah.
A star.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm looking them up now. So they got everybody in history. Zion Williamson. I didn't know he was left.
He's not a star, Larry.
You don't think so?
How could he be? How could he possibly be? How could he possibly be? He ain't played. Have he played over 20 games in the season yet?
Yeah, he had was it last year or the year before? He played a lot of games, and he got hurt in the first playoff game. Then he was gone. But that was the first year it looked like he was going to make it through the season.
He's been in the league for about 5 years, man.
Probably longer than that.
No. I know they ain't dumb enough to hold on to him that long.
I think he and John Moran both came in around the same time. Well, I can look it up real quick for us. He's 25 years old. We probably came in the league like when he was 19 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 5 years.
Or 6.
If that's when he came in the league.
Well, his first year was
He probably
1920. This is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is his 6th year here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is year 6. Yeah.
He was stealing all these years.
Hey man, I think John Morant came in at the same time. And he's missed a lot of games for various reasons too.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Enjoy talking to you as always, Larry.
Yeah, man. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like to get your predictions, so
Yeah.
I know you're the sports doctor. All hail the sports doctor. I value your input. I can use it when I talk to other people.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Hope everybody has a very blessed evening.
Phyllis and Kung Fu. Kung Fu, are you a veteran?
Yeah, I
Phyllis,
think Kung Fu.
I think he is too.
I think Kung Fu a veteran. Thank you for your service, Kung Fu.
Yep. You and Phyllis both. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man.
All right,
Okay.
take it easy.
Okay.